What you are about to embark on is change management. And it's change management at a level that, quite frankly, has never been done in North American communities. If you're in this room, it's because we believe that you can do this work. That's why we've invited you here. In 2019, a really critical document was released by the government called Pathway to Hope. And in that document was really the government's observations and also plans for how mental health and addiction services should be rolled out in the province of British Columbia over the next 10 years. Having the Foundry initiative as part of the Pathway to Hope really shifted the onus of how Foundry would move forward to the government. So the immediate outcome has been that we have been identified to roll out 8 new centers, in addition to the 11 that we have either opened or in the process of opening. In 2019, we launched an expression of interest. We had 40 communities apply.
When we received the expressions of interest from those communities, we had 2 independent evaluation panels that were established who would do a review and an evaluation of those submissions. And those independent evaluation panels were made up of young people, of family members that are connected to Foundry through our provincial advisory groups. And then at the same time, we also had an evaluation panel made up of our subject matter experts, so a lot of representatives from our network lead agencies.
I was involved originally with reading 12 of the expressions of interest. And you know, it took me 5 full days to wade through those 12 submissions because I just felt an incredible responsibility to give each submission sufficient amount of time and detailed attention, because this is someone's hope for the future in terms of the young people in their community.
We had a big team of people who went through all of the applications that Foundry got. And a lot of those people were youth and family, so youth with lived experience and family with lived experience. And we had a big part in deciding which communities move forward to convening, as well as having a discussion about the applications that we got.
Out of that evaluation process, we identified 19 communities to move forward. And they moved forward into what we called our convening phase.
And so in this phase, the more recent phase, we really want to understand whether these organizations that had applied understood how much work was required and whether or not they had their boards on board and whether or not they really had the operational capacity to do the work that's required.
Over the course of convening, I facilitated a panel, networking with those who are here, and just connecting with the communities to see what they need, to see if they're ready to have a Foundry Center, and then also just talk to them about my own experience with youth engagement and how I think that that should be implemented in the Foundry Centers to come.
Part of the process is taking part in interviews with the communities, and it's really about, is that community ready to take on a Foundry?
My role is to represent the voice of families and youth and to help maintain the mandate for Foundry and to just make it clear that what we're doing this for is for Foundry and is for our youth. We need to make these supports happen so that these kids can be heard.
Our community is struggling with stigma and struggling with discrimination and struggling with NIMBYism. The idea was that it was going to be a one-stop shop for substance use and mental health and primary care, and that was an idea that since 2007 we've been discussing within the community and thinking that was something that youth needed.
One of the key things that Foundry does in all communities is it is a catalyst to really intensify whatever types of collaboration you already have going. It will ramp that up and accelerate that exponentially for sure. Just the process of applying brings communities together. You actually get to roll this vision out collectively.
So our commitment to you is, even though you may not be chosen out of this round, we remain committed to going back to government and continuing, right, to get that that pledge from government to fund you.
Just the commitment and investment of time and money to bring all those 19 communities here today, I think really shows Foundry Central's intention of being in it for the long haul.
Our vision is to have 50 to 70 centers open around the province.
It feels so good to be here today, and I can't wait to hear the inspirational stories of the lives of young people that have been changed by the opening of Foundry Ridge Meadows. Thank you so much. It's an honor to be part of this today.
It's been an incredibly humbling experience to see the amount of support that this model has generated, that this idea has generated. And I think that in the next few years, we are really going to turn the corner on the issue of youth mental health and substance use in this province.